Hello Pisces, welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. Today we are doing readings for September 2025. We are using the Elder Futhark on smoky quartz, and we are using the Everyday Witch Oracle for our cards. So let's get started with a card from the Everyday Witch Oracle, and we have affirmation for acceptance. So things happen, Pisces, as you know, and we can do what we can do about some of it. And we can do what we can do about everything. We do whatever we can do, but there is a certain amount of it that needs just to be accepted. We may not like it, and we may need to do some things for ourselves. And it's not like, like we're accepting things. There may be things that we accept that we will never be able to accept, in some ways. That it's like we have to accept it because it's the way that it is. But we will have to make adjustments in our lives so that it is acceptable for us. And that's not going to have to do with the thing itself. You can't go out and tell, let's say you don't want it to be pouring rain. You don't go out and yell at the sky and say, stop pouring rain. You go out and you put an umbrella. And that's basically what it is. It is raining. So you can't pretend that it isn't raining. You can't get mad that it's raining. You can get mad that it's raining. If it's raining and you wanted to do something, you can be frustrated and annoyed about that. But there's nothing you can do about it. So what can you do about it for you is you can put an umbrella up, basically. But this is what this is going to be about this month for you. There's going to be a certain amount of acceptance that you're going to be working on. And you haven't been here before. You haven't been in this situation before where this is and it just feels like misty and murky. And yeah, look at that. Look, there's the storm right there. So your central issue this month, Pisces, is represented by the blank rune. The blank rune is just new ground. You haven't been in this situation before. Things may be you're not seeing the whole picture, I think, a lot of it. And it's really just, there's a implied connection with the divine as well that will actually help you in this. Because whatever the divine is for you, whether that's nature or deity or higher self or whatever. But you are in a situation where you've never been in before, and you can't really do anything to stop the situation from being what the situation is, but what you can affect is yourself. Leading up to this, something new has begun. We have Berkana, which is the rune of beginnings and birth. This is something new that has started. And it started by the time you get to this, by the time you hear this, by the time it's September, this will have already started. So there's been a new beginning in your life. And now the situation is something that there's nothing you can do about it. It is the way that it is, but what you can do is work with yourself to help it be something that you can accept. What is going to help you? We have Hagalaz, which is the rune of the hailstorm. The hailstorm has to do with chaos, things that are out of your control, and nature and weather. But it also has to do with your true nature and embracing that. First of all, it's accepting that some things are nature. Some things are just nature, and that is what it is. Some things are also just weather. They blow in and they make a mess, and it's thankfully going to be a temporary thing because by nature, storms are temporary. But you are also going to be tapping into your own nature. You are also a force of nature, and this is how you're going to handle it. So realizing that it's nature, it's things that are out of your control, but you are also a force of nature, and that's how you're going to get over it. You're going to get above it. Here's the witch getting above the storm. What isn't going to help is we have Thurizaz reverse. Oh my gosh. We have Tivaz reverse. Tivaz is Tears rune. Tears the warrior god. It's reversed in the lower line. So I'm going to read this a couple ways. First of all, don't be afraid to take care of yourself in this. Don't be afraid to turn the duties and responsibilities you're doing in towards yourself and take care of those. You may be worried about doing that because of everything, but don't worry about doing that. Do that. Don't also give up. You're going to feel disarmed by the whole thing, and that's going to make you feel tempted to give up. Try not to do that. I know this was a startling thing that began, but don't be afraid to take care of yourself, and please, please don't give up. I know you feel disarmed, and that's going to be a problem. Bring yourself back up to reminding yourself that you are also a force of nature, and get above the storm if you can. What this is all going to lead you to is we have Ansu's reversed. Ansu's is the rune of communication and manifestation. You are going to have some good inner communications about this. Once you've passed through it by the end of the month, you're going to be like, okay, let's talk about this self. And you're going to be able to talk about that with yourself. And sort these things out. But you're also going to be very much interested in listening to what's going on around. And also you may feel a lot more quiet, like you're not going to want to, you're going to be more in a listening mode. But really you're going to be about inner communication most of all, and really establishing and manifesting that level of new mythic layers of things within at this point by the end of the month. So that, Pisces, is your reading for September 2025. I wish you all the best with this, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye.